Hi. Do you have a second?
Sure. Willow, what's up?
I just wanted to say thank you. When that horrible story was published by the Herald, it was picked up by the Invader and spread all over social media, but not at Aurora.
Willow, maybe you missed it, but we did cover it.
Yeah, but you covered the facts. You didn't publish those awful photos or that disgusting video.
We're not a tabloid.
I know. Your coverage was completely fair to Drew. And I can't tell you how much that means to me.
Objectivity is good for business, and we don't want to come off as appearing biased.
That's what journalism's supposed to be. But Drew was drugged. You are going to publish an article about that, right?
We are going to print his statement, but we're not taking a position on it.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that ketamine is a party drug, so whatever anyone may think of it in private, all we have is Drew's word that he didn't take it voluntarily.
Curtis, Drew would never take ketamine on purpose.
I am aware of your position on the matter. I'll keep it in mind. But as I said, our reporting has to remain unbiased and objective. So, if you'll excuse me.
See you here today?
Am I gonna get you in trouble talking to you while you're on the clock?
Even if you did, I wouldn't care. I'm really glad to see you. It's been a tough day.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, ow.
Oh,
What is this?
gonna-
What is this?
my doctor gave it to me. It's a vitamin infusion to help get my immune system back on track. It's why I came to the hospital.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons. Welcome back on in, everybody, man. Let's talk about Drew and Willow, man. Drew and Willow, man. This is nuts, bro. So earlier, I went over the conversation that Willow had with Sasha, which got a little bit heated, like it did last time. Sasha was in the hospital, and Willow was supposed to be a nurse, and it was no different this time. The only difference is that Sasha got some information and she relayed it over to Jason about, I'm going to go over that in the next video, by the way, about supposedly Michael not wanting to see Willow. We already know why that happened because of Drew. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this video too. So because I got to do so many videos, I wanted to actually do that video with Willow and Curtis, but I'm not going to be able to fit it in because it's too many videos. Man, the last 2 Fridays have been jacked. There's been a lot of stuff going on in these episodes, and look, for me, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You know, I know you guys love seeing the videos, but it's a lot of work, man. I'm a one-man army over here, and sometimes it can become too much when there's so many videos to do. But, so, I'm just going to include a little bit of that conversation here, so you guys are aware how that conversation went between Willow and Curtis. So, Willow was talking to Curtis about, you know, keeping Drew's name out of the negative light. And, you know, Curtis assured her that, look, our magazine is not a tabloid, so we're not biased either. We're not taking any sides. We just report the news as is. So Willow was actually thanking Curtis for, like, not exposing Drew negatively, but that's because they're not a tabloid like the other magazines are, like the Invader. So Aurora, you know, is a lot more of a respectable magazine in that sense. But the one thing that Willow was trying to get out of Curtis was to make it a little bit more positive for Drew. And Curtis was like, no, we don't, because right now we don't really know if Drew was drugged or not, and nobody really does except Nina, Portia, and the escort Jacinda. Like, they're the only 3 that know that they had drugged. And Brad too, that, you know, basically was drugged. So remember, he got a package yesterday from Brad. Speaking of Brad, he got a package from Brad, and it was a little envelope that had something in there. And we never did find out specifically what it was, but a lot of us are speculating that it was the ketamine. Maybe not the same one that was used on Drew, but it was just some ketamine in general. And maybe he's using that to get some proof. So he was bold, though. So him and Willow were talking, and Willow was really happy to see him or whatever, hugged him, gave him a big hug, and told her she had a, you know, really lousy day. Obviously she did, you know, talking to Sasha, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But Willow, anyway, so she felt something in his coat pocket and she wanted to know what it was, and he pulled it out and he showed something, and then look, we know this nigga lied to Willow again. And this is why Drew's going to get caught up one day, because he keeps lying to Willow now. And, you know, he says that it was something to, I forget what he said, what it was supposed to do for him, man. But it was some goofy stuff, because I was like, oh, yeah, right, man. I was like, he said something, I forgot exactly what it was. He said his doctor gave it to him, and that it was a vitamin infusion that helped him get his health back on track. I was like, get out of here, bro. So whatever was in that vial, bro, he's going to claim that it was something to get him back on track. I was like, okay. It's like, okay, bro. Okay, bro. Liz didn't look at it like too quick. I don't know if she would have known what it was, you know, just based on, I know she's in the medical field. Maybe she should know what it is, but I don't know. She probably had to give a closer look to it. But, dude, that was the ketamine, bro, that he's about to use against whoever he don't set him up. So ain't nobody buying this, Drew. Ain't nobody buying this except Willow. Get out of here, bro. But I'm telling you, man, like, this dude, he's gonna get caught up one day with his lies, bro. He's really starting to lie to Willow now, bro. So let's get to that next video where Sasha talks to Jason, because that information that, you know, she gives to Jason is the first time he heard about Michael not wanting to see Willow. So let's see how that goes. But look, go ahead and give this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this one. After news to like, oh my God, Drew.